Hello, hello, it's Two Sheds Gabby. We are here for a nickel hunt today. Wow, things to talk about today, I tell you. Curious to see how the dynamics are going to change. We'll talk about that later. I just opened up this box of nickels. I think I just picked it up on the 18th. And we'll see what we find in here today. Hopefully we'll get some good stuff. But we'll get to looking and we'll get to talking. I'm in the second row, guys, and I was really hoping I was going to see this site right here, 2024P. Man, I hope to get a pretty good chunk of them. Anything is good. Aha. Number two. The first row, I didn't have anything newer than the 2021. I'm like, oh, man, not another one of those. But now here they come. Hopefully we'll see more than that. My wife has been gone all day long. She went to help my daughter do some things at their house, and so she is on her way home now. I am helping get food ready for tomorrow's lunch at my mom's. We're having it's a special type of taco dinner. It's different than, I guess, your usual tacos. My uncle introduced it this way when I was a kid, and we do it pretty kind of like family tacos, I guess you'd say. Fourth row, and here's my first old one. It is a 1940 Denver. Cool. Yeah, these tacos, you just take however many pounds of ground beef. I got grass-fed ground beef, and you brown it, you cook it. I just season it with salt and pepper. I don't add anything else to it. And I've been making salsa all day. And what I do is I took fresh tomatoes, peeled them real good, and then put them in a blender, blended them up, and put it in a pot. And I put in 3 different types of salsa. And I put in several cans of just chopped green chilies. And, you try to get it pretty spicy that way. And then then you take lots of grated cheese. So you put the ground beef on your plate, then you cover it with cheese. I like Colby, but Cheddar's is either one, fine. And then you put the salsa all over top of it and just melt that cheese onto the beef. Then you cover it in lettuce, and then from there you can put on, jalapenos or diced tomatoes, and some people even put on that white kryptonite. Not me. And I put some jalapenos on. And you eat it with taco shells or tortilla chips or something like that. Oh, it's amazing. Fifth row, and here's 2024P, number 3. I hope to get 10 of them. Or more. Well, I usually have a side of, refried beans just to go with it. Sometimes people will bring other that's usually all you need. My wife used to make Spanish rice, but she hasn't done that in a while, and she does such a good job. And I usually like to eat too much, but I can't tomorrow because my wife and I have been invited. Well, we have our Sunday afternoon Bible study, and there's 3 couples of us, and the preacher is one of them, and he has asked us to have the study at his house so we can stay for dinner afterwards. And so we'll have to be careful how much we eat for lunch because we're going to eat dinner with them. So hopefully there'll be leftovers for Monday. 6th row now, and here's 2024P, number 4. Yeah. So here's some of the big news. And I've been hearing this from some of you, but I'm like, wow, that's weird. But now, I was at my bank Thursday picking up my $50. And she called me over. She goes, hey, I got something to tell you. She goes, we have been warned. She goes, it hasn't ended yet. But she said, let your customers know that the pennies will not be distributed very, very much longer. And I hadn't ordered any for this week. And I said, put me some on for next week. She goes, I'm hoping it'll go to the end of the year. She goes, but it really might not. I have more to tell you about that in another row. All right, I am now up to the 8th row, and here is 2024P, number 5. Yeah, number 5. Phew, wow, guys. Friday, the next day, yesterday, I go into my other bank, the bank that always sells me the dimes, and I was taking in some coins in there. And I've got several branches. Oh, there's a 58. Oh, cool beans. That is a Philadelphia, and that's the low mintage one. How about that? Only 17 million of that guy. That's pretty low mintage right there. So I went into one of those branches, and not the one I usually pick up the dimes, but it's the same bank. And they called me over and said, hey, so we have bad news. I'm like, what? She said, our bank called. She said, we no longer will get pennies. She said, we can't order them anymore. She said, in fact, we can't even get them for our customers with retail stores. She goes, only the pennies that we get in the machine, and we'll have to roll them ourselves. And she goes, that's it. It's no more. I'm like, unbelievable. I said, they haven't stopped printing yet. I don't understand it. It's kind of early. I said, do you want me to start bringing y'all more of mine? They said, yes, please. So I hope they don't. I'll take a bag loose and put them in the machine, and I hope they're not asking me to roll them for them. I mean, I would if they asked me to. I'm like, well, give me a whole bunch of rollers. I'll roll you some up. But I'm hoping that they just meant in the machine. I'll find out the next time I go. But wow, guys, this is 2009 Philadelphia. Oh, that's cool beans there. Wow. Oh, that's neat. Got me a 2009 and some 2024s. But yeah, a few of you guys have said they've stopped. I'm like, well, that's crazy, but it hadn't happened here, but now it's happening. It is happening. Hey, I just pulled this roll out, and I saw Buffalo, but I just assumed 2005. But I think that's an old one. It's got something on it, like I don't know, glue or something. But I do believe that is an actual old one. All right. Let me pop this open and see what we've got. Well, there it is. It looks like it's a no date, but I'm sure we can get something to pop out of there with a nick a date. We'll do that in a little bit. Well, that's fun. Just finding these old guys is fun. Not really worth anything without a date, a few cents more than a nickel maybe, but they're still just fun to find. I'll take all you don't want. Gladly. I've been thinking about it. There's a 2024. I believe that is 6. Oh, that's a 14. Yeah, thought I saw 24. Are they going to have to make more nickels? That wouldn't make sense because they spend more money on the nickels than they do the pennies. I have wondered. There's a lot of nickels out there, so I don't know. It's going to change the dynamics. The nickels are definitely going to be more important with no pennies because with the old rounding up and rounding down. Of course, that ain't going to happen for a while. There's going to be enough pennies even when they're out of production, unless people start hoarding more, I hope they don't start hoarding the zinc ones. That don't make any sense. I'm getting some funny glares here. May have to turn off the camera and change the film or something, or close my window. I don't know, maybe it's the light from outside. Ugh. $61, I think that's it. Yeah, I think after this roll, I'm going to just turn my phone off and set it off for a minute and turn it back on. I may change the lighting in here a bit because I'm just getting some weirdness. I think I'll call my wife, see how she's doing, see how close she is to home. 2025, my first one of those. A couple of hours later, and row 11 and 2024P, number 6. My wife is home now. I've already watched a little show with her and taken a nap on the, in the couch. My wife was helping put in some flooring with her daughter. Now she's all stiff getting home. She's struggling getting down the hallway. That looks like it might be an old one, and it's a D, but there's a gash in it there. That is a D. Wait a minute, is that an S? That's an S. Uh-oh, what do we got here? "1941 San Francisco." That's cool. Oh, there's a 1947 right behind it. That one's a Philadelphia. You all right in there? Next roll, and here is my Canadian. 1989 Canadian. Have you seen silver prices? Oh my goodness. It's crazy. What is it, 40, over 46? And the word on the street, and of course, nobody knows this is true or not, but the word on the street is, if it can break the $50 mark, it's going parabolic. I mean, there's people out there talking couple $100, you know, saying, and there's tons of reasons behind it, and history and all types of stuff on why it should be this and this and more aligned with gold. And I've heard a lot of the stories, and they're probably all at least based on truth. And it's been that, you know, the price has been suppressed forever and ever, which is still probably true too. Probably all true, but that still doesn't mean that if it hits 50, that it's going to go parabolic. We just don't know. It might. Man, that would be crazy. This is, I believe, the 14th roll in 2024P number 7. So they are coming along. Maybe I'll even squeeze 20 out. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, wartime nickels, $2.60 each. It's just crazy. I mean, to me, it seems like it wasn't very long ago that I remember they were like 65 cents. And even I thought that was cool, you know. Nickels were 65 cents. Now they're worth $2.60. Wow. This Buffalo nickel date didn't come out quite as clear as I was hoping it would. It looks like it's, I think, 1915. What do you guys think? Is that a 13? Oh, goodness, I can't hardly tell. It's an old one. 19th roll now. I've gone several rolls without finding anything. Here's a 1956 Philadelphia. I believe that's the lower mintage. I got my mat here. Yep, that's 35 million. That's pretty low. Oh, yeah, that 2009 Philadelphia I got, that is the lower mintage of the two. The Philadelphia is like 39 million, and the Denver is, excuse me, 46 million. And the 2 years around it is like crazy higher. Haven't seen a 2024 in several rolls now. There's a 57, and that's a Philadelphia. That's 39 million. Cool. I believe that's a 3 under that green slime. I'm going to go take my nightly walk here in just a little bit. I've been trying to do that every night. The 20th roll, and here we go, 2024P, number 8. We could still do 20. Possible. I wouldn't mind seeing another 2009. Number 9, number 9, number 9. 2024P, number 9. This is the 21st roll. The very next roll, I guess. Yeah, I've finally got me some headphones. My wife found them for me, and we got them hooked up with my Bluetooth, and so I'll pick, like, last night I listened to side 2 of Bob Dylan's Blood on the Tracks, 23-minute walk. The night before that was, Charlie Daniels, what's the name of that one song? I can't think of the name of the song. It's their long version. It's like 20 minutes long, 19 and something. When a man hits the bottom, ain't no place left to go. That's how it goes. Sorry if I butchered it. But it's a long song. So that was my walk. Twenty-third row, 2024P, number 10, double digits. We like those double digits around here. And it's before the half, so maybe we'll get 10 more in the next half, and I'll get my 20. Do you guys remember the story that I told a couple years ago? When I was much younger, had a big old beard, and that was my cowboy days. I had my cowboy hat on and my boots, and I went to a Charlie Daniels concert, and I guess I got there early. I went around back, and I was hanging out with the roadie crew, and we were just cutting up and talking, and a very attractive lady came by, walking by, and she thought I was Charlie Daniels. I kid you not. And she asked for an autograph, so I gave it to her. I didn't know. I mean, I just scribbled, pretty much Charlie Daniels. And then she was so happy, and she walked away. And all the roadies just thought that was hilarious. I wonder if they told Charlie, like, somebody's out there thinking they've got your autograph. 25th row, last row in the first half, 2024P, number 11. So I guess I'm going to go for a walk after this. I haven't decided what I'm going to listen to. I think I might look up a Marshall Tucker album. A lot of times you don't get the whole albums on YouTube anymore. You get one side. It'll either say like 10 videos, or it'll say side 1 or side 2. I don't know what else changed. I guess something, but you used to just listen to the whole album through and through. But most of the time, you can't do that now. I mean, you can. Each video, I guess, is each song, and you got to click it. You get a commercial for each song. But it's not the end of the world, but it's not fantastic. Even when I'm walking, if I get even a half side, I have to stop and click for a couple of commercials. Second row in the second half of the box. Here's 2024P, number 12. Whew, I am back from my walk. I changed my mind. I listened to Moody Blues, Seventh Soldier, side 1. I walked a little bit extra because it's just under 20 minutes, and I wanted to make sure I got over 20 minutes at least. So after it went off, I walked a little extra. I am a big fan of the Moody Blues music. Oh. 50. that say? 53? Yeah, 53. None of those are real high mintage. That one is Denver. Let's see. I believe it's the highest. Yeah, it's the highest with 59 million. All right. Oh, well, I tell you, when I first get out there walking, it's like, oh, my bones. After a couple of minutes, I really get into my stride and I really huff and puff. When I walk in the door, oh man, it feels like the temperature goes up about 100 degrees because there's no air or anything. I don't think we even have the air AC on tonight. It's kind of, it felt pretty good outside. Sixth row in the second half, and here is 2024 P number 13. I have also found a couple 1946s that I just stuck over my pile over there. Never know if one of them might be a Henley. One of them was a D. I don't think Henley did any mint marks, but the other one was Philadelphia. Well, this looks like another one that had too much dye in when at the mint, you know. See how it's all washed out? Can't see his face hardly, or his the right eye. I believe that's what that is when there's too much oil on it. If you think of it, let me know what your thoughts are. I think those are kind of interesting to find. When I walk back in the back, it's this little subdivision that used to be my grandfather's farm. It's, oh, look at that. There's number 14, 2024 P. I think we're going to get our 20. I feel like we are. You never know. But just trying to remember what it looked like, you know. It's kind of fun and kind of sad at the same time. What is it about my family members that want to get rid of property? Oh, look at that. Nice. 2024 P number 15. 15. This is the 8th roll in in the second half. And here is 2024 P. I believe it's number 16 already. That's pretty cool. It's looking like the 20 is going to come pretty easily at this rate. I heard somebody talking about praying, and I thought it was pretty interesting. They said, you know, we need to be worshiping God, so we should start our prayers with praise, praising Him, and then always give thanks. How many times in the Bible does it say to give thanks? So we give thanks for everything. And you can make that a small list or a huge list, you know. And then we ask for forgiveness or confess or whatever we need to do there. And then we need to think of others. So we try to think of the other people in our life that are sick or whatever circumstances. And so you can again have a short list or a long list of the people you want to pray for. And then you need to ask God to be with the people, you know, the leaders of your nation. And then after that, maybe you can get to the things that you had in mind for yourself. Ooh. Right at the end of the 10th row, we found another buffalo. 1936 cool beans. Philadelphia, I reckon. Awesome. A dated buffalo or Indian head. I said Indian head to somebody one time. They said, you mean buffalo? It's like, ain't it both? I thought it was both. Anyway, that's fun. Love finding them. 14th row in the second half, and here is 2024 P, number 17. 3 more to go, and we got 11 rolls to go. Oh, what do you think? Think I should save all of these and decorate my Christmas tree with them? They don't always come out in a full ring. Sometimes they break. Wouldn't that be beautiful? No? It would be hideous. I'm speaking for my wife. So you get your own little Charlie Brown tree and do anything you want with it. Oh, bang, 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 zoom. Is that an old one there? 1947 Philadelphia. 95 million. Three more to go for the 20 that I had initially hoped for. With 7 rows to go, I come to this 1957, and I already peaked. It's a Philadelphia, and there's only 39 million of that one. So that's, that's about how many of that 2009 that I found. But everybody, what's the 2009s? It's just funny how that works. You know what I don't like? I don't like Friday at 4:30, the markets close. And I've been watching silver all week or whatever. And you kind of wait until Monday morning to see what it's if it's gonna jump up or down. Man, I hate that. Even every day, 4:30 every Monday through Friday. It's just closed for the rest of the day, whatever it ended at that time. That's what it is. Kind of with my cryptocurrency, there's stuff going 24/7. Look at this. I don't think it's a mint error, but look how clear you can see the copper right there underneath whatever nickel coating or whatever. It's just so clear that it's copper right there. I don't think that's from the mint, but I don't know. It's kind of cool looking. I found another Buffalo, Canadian 2001 Buffalo. Get a grip, 2 sheds. Well, we haven't had a 2024 in several rolls. Maybe I won't get 3 more. We have 6 more rolls to go. At the pace I've been getting them the last few rolls, I won't get it. I'll try not to cry and make a public spectacle of myself. Maybe I'll just whimper a little bit, There for a couple of rows, it's boom, boom. I thought, oh, yeah, it'll be easy. That's what I get for saying that. You want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans. Oh, yeah, before I forget, I wanted to show you this. Yesterday, while I was banking, I got another 25 cents and another Canadian dime out of the machines. And I picked up 3 more of the Ike dollars. I always love finding those. No silver, but I just love finding these things. I got a pretty good stash of them put away now. I think I looked up, and they're made of copper and nickel, and their metal value is like 24 cents each. But they're collectible. People sell them for a couple bucks a piece now. They're fun. Okay, 2024P number 18, and there's 5 rolls to go after this. down to the wire again. Oh, hey, sometimes I hear preachers saying, everybody's got to get out there and preach. And from my understanding of the Bible, we're not all called to be preachers, Yeah, we should all share the gospel with people. We should try to spread the word. Absolutely. Go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and read the first 13 verses. And it tells you, he's telling the Thessalonians just how to go about their daily life. There's more stuff to it in other verses. This is just kind of laying it out there a little bit in these verses. Let me open the next row. All right, I just opened the next row, so there's 4 after this one. Anyway, back to this topic of everybody preaching the gospel, getting out there, preaching the word all the time. And some people are called for that, and that's great. But not everybody is. Down in he tells in the first several verses, to abstain from sexual immorality and treat your brothers and sisters good, and all these things, good stuff that we need to always try to keep in mind. 58, Denver, and then you get down to verse 11. He says, "Make it your," and this is the NIV version. I usually use the New King James, but this one happens to be the NIV. I just had it open today. He says, "Make it your aim to live a quiet life, working with your hands so that you can gain the respect of outsiders." And then obviously, if when they see your godliness and your hard work, then they'll appreciate that. And if they're, hopefully there's something about what you're doing that will entice them to say, "Hey, tell me more," But from those verses, it just doesn't sound like I'm called to go out to the whole world. It says to make it my aim to live a quiet life and to work with my hands. You got to have a lot of farmers to feed the world. You got to have people to do this and that. And God wants his people, Christian people, to be workers. 3 rolls to go. And here is 2024P number 19. We need 1 more. This is kind of near the beginning, so we got this roll and 3 more to try to get 1 more 2024P. Mark 16:15 says, "Go into all the world, preaching the gospel to every human being," And frankly, guys, that wasn't written to us. That was written to the apostles. They had a specific mission to go into all the world and preach the gospel. And that's what they did. Now, don't get me wrong, please. If you become a Christian and feel like you need to preach, then preach. Some are called to be preachers, but not everybody is. If everybody was a preacher, who's going to fund them? Paul talked about giving thanks to these congregations that supported him. If every single one of them was out preaching, nobody would be supporting him. So we all have parts to play. Here it is in the very next row, guys. 2024P, number 20. Yeehaw! We got it. Woo! Oh, there's another one. Maybe we'll get 40. I'm totally kidding. We got 2 rolls after this. But now we have 21. That's very nice. That's a good number to get. Got a couple of buffalo nickels and a couple of Indian. Got a 2009 and a few other coins. Pretty decent for sure. Looks like we may not get a silver tonight. That's a-okay. I'll miss out on that $2.60 coin. Might be an old one there. 1940. I didn't say mint mark. Oh, there is a mint mark. What is that? Is that an S? Oh, that's an S. That's cool. 39 million. Get back out. 39 million of those. That's neat. Two more rows. I like getting those S coins. Well, here I am right at the end of the last row. I just wanted to come on here and say goodbye to everybody, and we'll see you in the next row. Thank you to all my sponsors. Didn't take long saying thank you to all them, did it? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you. I guess we'll try to get us a... I'm going to West Virginia Monday morning. I'll try to get a video while I'm over there of something. But I'm going to pick up some coins and hang out with my buddy. And that's it. We got 24 piece. We'll see you next time, guys.